Hello, welcome back to the grammar study. So this video clip will be the last video clip covering chapter 13, which is an adjective clause. And by the way, the last table is somewhat important. So you have to pay your attention to me very carefully, alright? So this can be a little bit hard. It can be easily forgotten, okay? But as soon as you get yourself familiar of these concepts, then it's not that hard, okay? Good. So chapter 13, table 11, reducing adjective clauses to adjective phrases. The key things are converting from clauses to phrases, okay? So you are still dealing with adjective clauses, but you're gonna convert them into adjective phrases. Okay, here's another basic review for the concepts of clauses and phrases. A clause is a group of related words. These are important. Related words that contain a subject and a verb. So we gotta find a subject and a verb in a clause to make it as 뭡니까? A clause, 그죠? What if there are many words there are many words related with each other, but if we cannot find, does not contain a subject and a verb, then is it going to be a clause? No, it will be a phrase. 아시겠죠, 그죠? So what we are trying to do is converting from clause to phrase, clause to phrase. Okay, let's find out whether there are any rules or certain frames we need to follow to converting from clause to phrase. 자, original sentence says the girl who is sitting next to me is May. 그죠? So the part written in blue ink is an adjective clause modifying the noun preceding it. 그죠? 그래서 내 옆에 앉아 있는 그 소녀는 May이다 이 말이죠. 그죠? Okay, then what happened to the next example saying phrase? The girl sitting next to me is May. So what is the difference between this and that sentences? This relative pronoun and be verb is omitted. 그죠? From the second example. 자, 보겠습니다. The adjective phrase is a reduction of an adjective clause. 그죠? 당연히 clause에서 phrase로 왔을 때 뭔가 빠지는 게 있는데 뭐겠습니까? 주어하고 동사겠죠. 그죠? Still, those two parts doesn't matter whether that's clause or phrase modifying noun. noun을 꾸미는 건 똑같죠. 그죠? However, the second one, phrase one, does not contain a subject and verb. 그죠? However, will there be any difference in meaning? Conveyed by clause or conveyed by phrase? I don't see any difference at all. Just one sentence is a shortened type of another sentence which used clause. 그죠? 자, only adjective clauses that have a subject pronoun. 무슨 말입니까? 주격 관계 대명사를 가지고 있는 어떤 거 who, which doesn't matter whether the object case or subject case looking alike, which that are reduced to modifying adjective phrases. So 여기 보면 밑에는 목적격이 나오죠. 무엇의 목적어입니까? 타동사 see의 목적어가 앞에 나온 거죠. The girl was May. I saw her. her 대신에 whom을 쓴 거죠. 그죠? 이거는 줄여진답니까? 안 줄여진답니다. 아시겠죠? 다만 목적격 관계대명사를 생략할 수는 있죠. 하지만 이걸 phrase로 바꿀 수 있습니까? 주어 생략해가지고 예를 들어서 the girl saw was May. Does it make sense? It doesn't. 그죠? However, when you deal with a subject pronoun, then you can omit it, and you can even omit a be verb. 그죠? 할 수 있는 겁니다. 그죠? 그래서 the adjective clause in C, which contains object case relative pronoun, cannot be reduced to an adjective phrase. 그래서 주격 관계 대명사가 있는 애만 줄일 수 있는데 어떻게 줄일 수 있는지를 밑에서 보도록 하겠습니다. 그죠? 그리고 주격 관계 대명사가 있더라도 동사가 비동사 오느냐, or we're gonna supposed to have a general verb, common verb, 일반 동사 오느냐에 따라서 줄이는 방법이 틀려지는데 어떻게 되는지 한번 보겠습니다. 자, example 2 보면 The man who is talking to John is from Korea. 무슨 말입니까? John에게 이야기하는 그 남자는 한국에서 왔다는 거죠. 그죠? The man is from Korea. He is talking to John. 이래 되는 거죠. 그죠? 자, phrase로 convert 할 때 어떤 일이 났습니까? Relative pronoun is omitted and be verb is omitted. 자, 그래서 읽어보겠습니다. There are two ways in which an adjective clause is changed to an adjective phrase. 그래서 adjective clause를 adjective phrase로 바꿔주는 방법에는 두 가지가 있는데 일단 이거는 첫 번째 방법만 이야기하고 있습니다. First method만 이야기하고 있습니다. 그죠? 자, 그렇고 자, if the adjective clause contains the be form of a verb, so it doesn't matter whether there's helping or not, as long as there are be form of verb, omit the subject pronoun and the be verb form. 그죠? 그래서 어떻게 된 겁니까? 두 번째도 the ideas which are presented in that book are good. So when you convert that sentence into a phrase, what happened? The ideas which and are omitted presented in that book are good. So what about the example G? And is the woman that is responsible for the error. And is the woman responsible for the error. So not only you are omitting the relative pronoun, which is subject case, and then you're also going to omit the be form of the verb. 아시겠죠? 그죠? Alright. Let's get into the next part of the table, which explains about how to shorten, how to convert an adjective clause into adjective phrase, which contains not be form of verb, but other common verbs. 한번 보겠습니다. 자, 여러분 그렇게 어렵지 않습니다. As long as you become familiar, as long as you practice enough to get them as your own, then it will be automatic for that conversion. And any forms of sentence, doesn't matter whether that's clause or phrase, will make sense to you exactly alike each other. 똑같습니다. 뜻 자체는. 그죠? 자, H 보겠습니다. English has an alphabet that consists of 26 letters. 자, 주어 동사 있기 때문에 형용사 절인데 절이죠. 그죠? 형용사 절이죠. 그죠? 하지만 두 번째 convert된 그 sentence를 보면 there is no more adjective clause but there is an adjective phrase. 왜 그렇습니까? 주격 관계대명사가 없어졌기 때문에 주어가 없어진 거죠. Instead of having consists, it became consisting of 26 letters. Okay, let's see another example. Anyone who wants to come with us is welcome. Anyone wanting to come with us is welcome. So can you get the rules? Okay, so an adjective clause has common verbs, not be type of verb. Then you're gonna change the common verbs into ing form. 그죠? So if there is no be form of a verb in an adjective clause, when you convert the clause into phrase, it is sometimes possible to omit the subject pronoun, subject relative pronoun, and change the verb to ing form as in H and I. 아시겠죠? 그죠? So 비동사 있을 때는 비동사까지 생략하고요. 그 다음에 뒤에 나왔던 것들 그대로 똑같이 쓰면 되죠. 그죠? talking은 talking대로, presented는 presented대로, responsible. However, when you have a common verbs, you don't have be form of verb anymore. Then from consists, it's got to be consisting from wants to wanting. 아시겠죠? 자, next case. Paris, which is the capital of France, is an exciting city. 자, 어떻게 됩니까? Paris, the capital of France, is an exciting city. 이건 어떻게 줄인 겁니까? 당연히 주격 관계대명사 날라갔고 그 다음에 뭐 날라갔습니까? 비동사까지 날라갔죠. 그죠? So it can be similar to this. 그죠? However, what is the difference? 자, 보겠습니다. If the adjective clause requires commas, 뭡니까? So the information conveyed by this adjective clause is essential or not essential? 콤마가 필요한 그런 adjective clause이기 때문에 뭡니까? non-essential part입니다. 그죠? 중요하지 않고 additional meaning을 주는 part죠. 그죠? In that case, the adjective phrase also requires commas. 그래서 이런 경우에는 adjective clause에서 adjective phrase로 바꾸도 당연히 콤마는 그대로 달고 있어야 된답니다. 그죠? Even though the information is shortened by omitting relative pronoun of subject case and be verb, still the information is additional. So there's no change of the character of the information conveyed by the adjective clause. 그죠? 자, 그 다음에 an adjective phrase in which a noun follows another noun. 그럼 어떻게 됩니까? Noun follows another noun이죠. 위에는 그런 거 없었죠. 그죠? 그러면 결국에는 뭐가 된다는 말입니까? It becomes a positive. 그죠? 형용사절이라기보다는 동격이 돼버리는 겁니다. 어떤 거? 파리는, 어떤 파리? 프랑스의 수도인 파리는. 알겠죠? 명사로 이루어진 동격이 된다는 겁니다. 아시겠습니까? 자, 밑에 additional explanation 보겠습니다. If an adjective clause that contains be, verb, and a single adjective가 뭡니까? It changed. 바뀔 때는, 뭘로 바뀔 때는? 형용사, 절에서 형용사, 구로 바뀔 때는 the adjective is moved its normal position. 형용사절에 들어가 있던 이 형용사가 원래의 정상적인 포지션으로 바뀌는데 어디로? In front of the noun it modifies. 지가 꾸며주는 noun, 이제 형용사절처럼 뒤에서 꾸며주는 게 아니라 형용사절이 형용사구로 바뀌어가지고 앞에 있는 관계대명사, 비동사가 날아가고 남은 거는 그 noun밖에 없을 때는, 그 형용사밖에 없을 때는 형용사가 명사를 꾸며줄 때 원래 어디 갑니까? 명사 앞에 가죠. 그래서 원래 그 자리로 되돌아간단 말입니다. 알겠죠? 그죠? 자, 그럼 어떻게 됩니까? 자, 이게 중요한 거는 single adjective입니다. 여기에도 형용사지만 single입니까? 뒤에 붙어오는 것들이 있죠. 그죠? 자, 그래서 예를 보겠습니다. Fruit that is fresh tastes better than old, soft, mushy fruit. 무슨 말입니까? 신선한 과일은 원래는 두 문장이 돼요. Fruit tastes better than old, soft, mushy fruit. The fruit it is fresh. 이런 식이죠. 그죠? 근데 그게 섞여버렸으니까 어떻게 됩니까? 이렇게 꾸며주는 거죠. 신선한 과일은 뭐보다 낫답니까? 오래되거나 너무 부드럽거나 너무 무시한 그런 과일보다는 낫다는 말입니다. 그죠? 자, 그런데 이걸 형용사 clause를 형용사 phrase로 바꿔주면 관계대명사, 비동사 다 나가버리면 fresh밖에 안 남는데 single adjective죠. 그죠? 그런 경우에는 되려 문장 앞으로 가서 문장 앞에서 명사 앞에서 명사를 꾸며주는 게 adjective's normal position. adjective 형용사의 원래 위치가 명사를 앞에서 꾸며주지 않습니까? 그래서 fresh fruit tastes better than all soft, mushy fruit. 그래서 이 형용사절을 형용사구로 바꿔버리면 이렇게 fruit, fresh, tastes better than all soft, mushy fruit. 이렇게 되는 게 아니라 어떻게 된다고요? 순서가 앞으로 나와서 fresh fruit이 된다는 말입니다. 아시겠죠? It's not that hard. So, know how to converting adjective clause to adjective phrase is very essential. You should understand it no matter what. Because you don't need to use full clause type for modifying a noun having a clause. Not all the time. So not only you don't have to, but also many English writers choose, either to use clause or either to convert it to phrase, but conveying pretty much the same meaning. So you should have this understanding about the grammar, not only to understand somebody else's English writing, but at the same time, you're going to have this option when you express yourself and you want to add certain meaning into a noun or whole concept of a sentence, then you have to understand that the adjective clause modifying that noun or whole clause can be shortened by converting it to phrase. 아시겠죠, 그죠? Okay, this is it for chapter 13. I didn't mention about the which exercise you're supposed to cover by covering the prior table 13-9 and 10. So after table 13-9, you are responsible for exercise 43 and exercise 44. And table 13-10, you are responsible for exercise 46, 47, and 48. And after this table, you are responsible for exercise 51, 53, 54, 55, 57 and 58. So there are many exercises you need to solve, you need to try, because this is the chapter ending table. So there are many wrapped up grammar exercises located at the end of the chapter. So be patient and see how much you could have got questions correct by trying solving those questions located at the end of each table and at the end of the chapter of chapter 13. Okay, so I'm very happy that I could have finished chapter 13, which has essential information, because adjective clauses, in my opinion, very important understanding written English structure and expressing yourself in writing too. Okay, so for the Monday, Wednesday class, I'm going to get into chapter 18, which will be another reduction of clause to phrases, but not this time. We are not going to deal with the chapter 18. We are not going to deal with an adjective clause. Rather, we're going to deal with adverbial clauses. So adverb clause can be also converted into adverbial phrases. So this can be a good practice for understanding or getting into the reduction of adverbial clauses into adverbial phrases. Okay, I'll see you again on covering chapter 18 on my next video clip. So you have to study hard, and you have to make sure you try all the questions, all the even numbers of the exercises which I mentioned for this table and two prior tables, starting from table 13-9 and 13-10 and 13-11. Okay, so I'll see you in the class. I'll see you on my next video clip for covering chapter 18, which is about reduction of adverbial clauses into adverbial phrases. Okay, bye.